Over centuries, man has formed many questions, some simple and some that can never truly be answered. For some, those answers that can't be found in one lifetime remains a faint thought in the deepest recesses of their mind. But for the select few, that's not good enough. Several societies have popped up throughout time with the sole purpose to prove God. These same societies and people have been shoved into the dark, silenced, bastardized. Did they get too close to the truth? How does one prove God? The answer is to become God. It's common knowledge for those who study the Kabbalah to ascend the tree of life in the effort to become one with the singular God. However, it has almost become a forbidden knowledge to descend the tree of death and face the two biggest choices one could ever make: to be one with the singular God, or to become God. This is the path of the dragon. There are 10 steps for the 10 spheres on both trees for the adept to traverse to reach their preferred end goal, but the left-hand path has a step that can go beyond the 10th degree. This 11th degree puts the adept above all, no longer restricted to the laws of either light or dark. They exist in the veils outside, but first they must be reborn by the dark goddess in the Sitariel. They must lose their ego. They must kill who they were to ascend or be forced into the reincarnation cycle, doomed to start over. Should they pass this final test, they must see the Dark Father, Beelzebub. In an encounter with the Dark Father, King Solomon recounts Beelzebub explaining how he overthrows kings and places demons in people's minds so that they can never reach heaven. Dr. Carlson states that archaeological finds say the name Beelzebub, Lord of Flies, was actually a Phoenician god form originally known as Beelzebel, the Lord of Lords. As the adept reaches their Dark Father, the new man stands before him. To pass Beelzebub, the adept will have to kill what makes them dualistic and become their absolute self. Instead of emanating light, the mage must harness all of the light within themselves. The self becomes illuminated, and thus, the Black Diamond, or Adamus Aether, is born. The Adamus Aether holds the entire universe in itself. The mage who has become the Black Diamond is now liberated from the laws of the universe, and their will becomes law. And this is the dilemma. According to the teachings of the left-hand path, the adept that ascends to the 11th degree loses their name and keeps their absolute self. So who is Xenon now? In the words of this being that is described by Dr. Carlson as a dark human dragon,
I am the Lord of the living and the dead, and I slay the mortal body of man so it may become the flesh and blood of primal gods. I am the ruler of this world. I am Belial.
Belial in occult lore is in tune with the forces of the Gagael, but also channels powers of the darkness outside of the tree beneath him into the Gagael. This wording is specific because Belial has duties within the dark tree, however, his highest kingdom lies below the dark tree. He rules the second veil Bohu before Satan, also known as the Ein Sof. This makes him the second part to a trifold dark demiurge. In this context, Xenon is completely in tune with the Gagael through harnessing the power of Beelzebub, which means he transcends both the physical realm and the Gagael. In the three veils before Satan, Belial is the second veil, otherwise known as Bohu, the most violent and chaotic realm, known to be lawless. As per Belial's name suggests, he is the one without God. The ascension of the mage to the Black Diamond means that if the adept chooses to transcend to the 11th degree past the Thamael at the 10th degree, the adept fully accepts the self and denies God. Upon accepting himself, he accepts the idea of lawlessness. We see Xenon tell Yuno, had he disregarded Longrease's well-being, much like he did Alan's, he would have produced much better results, and they must now pay the ultimate consequence, which is him. We have just witnessed the real-time rise of a despotic ruler. But if you think Xenon's analysis stops here, you're dead wrong. What could Tabata have told us about another character through Xenon's story? Until the next video, friends, this has been Jack Oates to Go. You either know or you don't.
Ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. 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 I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Pull up, say what's the deal, bruh? See how I lose my cool any second if they don't hear us. Many people will fear us. Say when you look in the mirror, don't you compare us to anything, they get embarrassed. Ha, ha, woo. So many people be talking like they want the problems or something. I noticed that all of you polish and all of you people get punished. It's hard to keep food on your stomach, to all of the hustle keep running. That's hard to stay humble with nothing. We're off of the jungle, we're bugging. So let me come down all of a sudden. I told you that we keep it buzzing. Ha, woo. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed out. Bounce. I ain't feeling nothing cause I'm numbed